are you telling on Abundos and Kawiri?
For farmers of this county to get extension services, Kawira Mwangaza must. For public service to get working and people of Meru get services, Kawira must. For the Gen Z of this county to get employment, Kawira Mwangaza must. For people of Meru to get tangible and sustainable development, Kawira Mwangaza must. For respect for the rural vow to prevail in this county, Kawira Mwangaza must. For extrajudicial killings to end in this county, Kawira Mwangaza must. For Ngunism, hooliganism, acts of arsonists, banditry to end in Meru County, Kawira Mwangaza must. For forgery, impersonation, and end of ghost workers in Meru County, Kawira must. And lastly, Honorable Speaker, but not the least. Lastly, but not the least, Honorable Speaker, I want to condemn the attack, the arsonist attack that was meted in this assembly last night. It is only a weak leader. It is only a weak leader who would send goons to come and touch the other arm of the government. This is an arm, Honorable Speaker, you know, before I joined politics or before I left teaching just like you, I was a teacher of history. And in devolved governance, there are two arms of the government, the executive and the legislature. And there is none that is superior than the other. So any kind of intimidation, any kind of threats, anything that is meant to make this house not to carry out its constitutional mandate, I believe I condemn it with my everything, with my whole, and promise that this house is equal to the task.
Should Excellency the Governor forego this opportunity, members will proceed to make their debate on the motion in line with the provisions of the standing orders. I have a second communication that I want to make. 001 of 2022, where the member seeks to make reference to the accusation of illegally dismissing the petitioners in the usurpation of the powers of the appointing authorities, a result of which the county government of Meru has been slapped with cost and damage. And 3, Kiambu High Court criminal case number E001 of 2024, where the honorable member seeks to make reference to the allegations that the fourth accused parents to matters pending in court during debate of the motion appearing under order number 8 in today's order paper. In particular, Honorable Spola Kenya sought to make reference to the following matters pending before various courts within the Republic.
When you go at the border of Meru and Tharaka County, there was a signboard that was there welcoming the people to Meru County. Today it is not there because the county government was not able to pay even Kenya the little amount that is supposed to be paid. And Mr. Speaker, this is why we are saying that this government is confused. The CEO of this county is confused. She doesn't know where she is taking the county. And so that's why, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that the mover did a good thing and at the right time to bring this motion to impeach Her Excellency Governor Kawira Mwangaza.
In my own house, people are likely to come and collect 86 million, Madam Speaker, in my house. Because we were told MCAs have collected 86 million. Imagine us having 86 million in our homes, in our mattress accounts. Madam Speaker, this one would have even brought violence at the home of Sniper's wife if she had collected 86 million. Then she went ahead and demanded MCAs should build a mansionette for the wife. MCAs should buy a Prado. MCAs should go ahead and start a fund for educating snipers with 86 million. What is the truth? The truth is only 400,000 was contributed by the pay bill. 286,000, was contributed through that pay bill. What did she want to show Merus? Did we elect a comedian as the governor of Meru County? Did we elect a joker as the governor of Meru County? What did she want to say when she was alluding that MCAs have collected 86 million? This is the person who we are being told to reconcile with. As the MCA for Abogeta West, I reject.
On Wednesday, I and some other colleagues, we gave a brief, and we said there's a plan to burn this house. I don't come from a prophetic family, Madam Speaker, but God has given me wisdom. We said that, Madam Speaker, and true to that word, it came to happen. So, Madam Speaker, for that reason, one of the reasons, I include this as a reason, as more reason, that Governor Kawira should go home. Because we cannot continue living like this in this county, Madam Speaker, in fear and panic. So many stones were thrown at night, Madam Speaker, in this compound, trying to kill us. And that there are a lot of motorcycles that ran after us as we made our way here, Madam Speaker. It is not acceptable. And for this menace to end, Kawira should go home.
Honorable member, you know, the letters that have removed you from any committee comes from the party. And the party has the powers to discipline and it has the to buy.
My SG brought the letter here,
Honorable
Mr. Speaker.
Kanalu.
My SG brought the letter here, but
Honorable
it was not
Kanalu.
honored, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, make your contribution.
Mr. Speaker, I know the majority will call the day, but the minority will have their say. If given an opportunity anytime, I can impeach honorable members, not the government.
Let me start, Mr. Speaker, by telling my colleagues that Governor Honorable Kawira Mwangaza is going nowhere, so they should get used to her as the governor of this county. Mr. Speaker, may I say that this is just a cheap political scheme, which is schemed to take power of this county through backdoor, and we shall not allow it. Mr. Speaker, sir, I have found it nowhere where people decide to put aside the legally elected leader and they come up with their proxies to put as the governor of this county. We shall not allow that, Mr. Speaker, sir. One, Mr. Speaker, sir, the issue of
Order Makazi, please let us around our media to conclude this debate.
Mr. Speaker, sir, on the issue, some of the issues raised in this house, Mr. Speaker, sir, they don't relate directly to the governor. Some are pertaining offices, which are people who are supposed to answer various questions and not in government directly, Mr. Speaker, sir. I only wish if this house, Mr. Speaker, sir, is so genuine on the issue of the ones they are raising about the people who have been maybe removed from various positions. They should have also done similar when 13 members of this assembly were removed from various committees and they have never raised a single voice. But when people are in charge of various offices in the side of the governor, maybe take action to streamline various services, you see the members very bitterly raising voices when their fellow colleagues in this assembly are suffering severely due to lack of their allowances and they are just quiet.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, point of
Mr.
order.
Speaker, protect me, please.
Yes,
It's a point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Is
Is the member on the floor justified to say that there are 13 members who have been removed from committees? Does he mean to say that those 13 members do not work in any single committee, Mr. Speaker?
Mr. Speaker, let me answer.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Evans, let us give Honorable Mediaru a chance to finish his debate. 2 more minutes, Honorable Mediaru.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm citing that example because, Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm one of the members who have been a victim to such, and I've never heard any single member of this house complaining that Mediaro is not getting his allowances because he has been removed from here and there. Mr. Speaker, also, if these members are genuine, even in this assembly, there are members of staff who are suffering and having various problems, but they have nobody to raise their voice. They fear to say what they are undergoing, to fear victimization and maybe other things taking effect. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I would wish this assembly to be keen, even on our side, this assembly, not to blame where they see maybe a certain action has been taken on the side of the governor, whereas in this side of assembly, they just let everything go. It is only, Meru County Assembly is the only assembly in Kenya whereby members are not supposed to have dissenting voices. And in assemblies, we have our own right to choose which side to stand with. So, in case you take a divergent route in this assembly, you are punished severely and the members are just quiet. So, Mr. Speaker, I oppose this motion. Governor is going nowhere, so they should get used to her as Meru County Governor.
Thank you, Honorable.
The results are that the ayes have it, and the motion is passed, and the governor stands impeached by the County Assembly of Meru. Clerk, can we take the next order?